Hey you guys, what is up? What is happening? What is going on with you today? I am Ashley with AHM Artistry, and as promised in my last Colourpop X Disney Designer Collection Midnight Masquerade review / iTutorial video, I am here to do my 3 looks 1 palette using this palette, which I just said the name of, which is a very long name because it's a collab collection. Anyways, I'm going to be doing 3 looks today for you guys. I'll pop up on the screen right here what you can expect, and I'm going to show you how the blendability is and everything like that, you guys. I am just loving this palette so far. It is so beautiful, and I can't wait to share these looks with you guys and show you what's up. But before I begin, if you are new to my channel, new to my face, I would love it if at any point in this video you would consider subscribing. You don't have to do it now. If you want to take a little while to decide, I get it. I understand. Don't worry. No pressure. No pressure. And if you want to take a couple videos to do that, well, I have a whole bunch of over 200 videos over here on the tube, and you can check out if we jive together, if you like my style and all that, and consider subscribing if you want. If you don't, if it's okay, if you want to, that's cool too. So yeah. And P.S. if you aren't new here and you're already one of my Fam Bam subscribers, well, hey, what's up? How you doing? Hope that you're doing super, super awesome. Super, super awesome. Anyways, enough chit chat, enough jibber jabber. If you guys want to see the looks that I created with this palette and all the tutorial and in-depth things like that, then you know what to do. Sit back, hang tight, and keep on watching. Bippity boppity boop. All right, so up first, I'm gonna be doing this fall-y type of grungy, almost neutrally matte type of vibe look, and I'm so excited to show you guys how I created this. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. All right, hopefully I don't look like a mid-century Englishman, but you never know, you never know. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start off every single eye look the same way, so I will just say it in this first look. As my eye primer, I'm gonna be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer. This one cancels out any kind of discoloration, everything like that. If I wasn't to use this, I would just use a good concealer that kind of sets down a little bit and doesn't stay too greasy or tacky, so use whatever you prefer. And I'm gonna go ahead and set underneath the entire brow area and all over my lid. And then I like to just set my brow bone and the whole area underneath my brow with just a base shade. So this is the Makeup Obsession Belle Jordan palette. It's kind of like a white almost shade, but it's not too pigmented white, and whatever you think will work good for you. I just like to set underneath the brow area only because I want the pigments to stick really well to the actual lid, and this is gonna go the same for all 3 eye looks, okay? Now, going in with the Masquerade palette, I'm going to be taking this shade right here called Enchanted. It's beautiful orangey corally shade. And I'm going to take my flat blending brush. It is the Sigma E25 blending brush, so it has a little halfy-half. I could just get in the nooks and crannies a little bit easier. I'm going to take it right into the inner corner of my crease and blend out. That blended so darn good. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm so excited. Just taking it right to the middle. But that is blending so beautifully. I just love it. Okay, love that. All right, I just cleaned off that same brush, and I'm gonna go in with Nutmeg, this beautiful fall vibes type of autumn leaf color. That is very similar in tone, just a little bit deeper, obviously, to that one, but blends really nice. When you blend it out, it almost looks like the same shade when it's blended, but when it's packed on, it builds up a punchy punch. Let's copy that on the other side. Now I'm taking this bigger fluffy brush. This is Sigma E35, and I'm just making sure that that's really blended together with the other shade and blended all the way out here. Kind of fine tuning a little bit. Now I want to, what do I want to do? You guys already know, but I'm just figuring it out as I go, you know? On the lid, I'm gonna pack in Quasimodo. It's the deep brown shade right here. I'm gonna do just like a whole little fall vibe, fall leaf moment. Just pack it right on. So I'm taking it right up to the crease right here And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out. This is my BH Cosmetics number 6 blending brush. It's really, really small, smaller than the Sigma one I was just using. I'm gonna tap a little bit into Quasimodo and tap it off because I don't want too much to come off and mess up the blend that we did earlier. And I'm just gonna try to blend that line, let it hopefully melt into each other, hopefully. Yeah, that's going well. That is going quite well. So that blended really pretty into those shades. Now I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna deepen up the lid a little bit more. Sometimes when I go and I blend those crease shades, it kind of dusts away a little bit too much and tries to blend out the mobile lid. So I'm just making sure to go over one more time, very gently patting that on. And then I'm gonna fine tune a little tiny bit with this itty bitty Sigma brush. This is the Blending E36 brush. So I'm gonna go back in with the first 2 shades I used. So Enchanted, right into this area, blend that out. And then with Nutmeg, right on the side. That side doesn't need as much as really the other inner corner. That is really fiery and pretty. Okay, so I'm gonna do on the lower lash line, I'm gonna switch it up. You can just keep it kind of neutrally on the lower lash line if you want. You know, you can go in with the same exact situation that we did on the top, do it on the bottom, or you can just go in with Pip, that neutrally shade, and blend it out. I'm gonna go in with Gaston though. Maybe even New Dream. Maybe I'm gonna go with New Dream and then deepen up with Gaston. I'm feeling crazy. I don't know. Let me try it. Let me try it. Let me see. Let me see how it works out. So for this, I'm gonna use my 2 Luxie brushes. These are the mini eye brushes. I'm gonna use the 141, this little pencil-y type of one that's fluffy, to add on the color, and then to blend out, I'm gonna use the 121. It's even smaller than my BH Cosmetics one. So I like that. So I'm gonna, like I said, do that. Start with New Dream, the pink shade. And now blending out with that fluffy one. And blending right into the shades on top. I think I only need to deepen a little tiny bit, not much, honestly. So take Gaston. Yeah, it just makes, wow, it makes that pink even richer. Huh. Yeah, hopefully you can see a difference. I definitely can. It looks almost, I don't know how this red is making the pink shade more pink, but it is. Okay, that is pretty. Now I'm gonna do some inner corner and we're almost done with this look. I'm gonna go in with Spinning Wheel because it's this beautiful duochrome shimmer shade. Yeah, it has that like pink fiery shift to it. And I'm just gonna pop it right onto the inner corner with my brushy brush. All right, I just took my setting spray and I spritzed my brush and I dipped it in to that same shade and I did this side. You can kind of tell it's a little more glowy now. So that's what I'm doing. And yeah, that is definitely more popping. Let me load up this side even more. Much better. Yeah, I just felt like it was kind of like a little too powdery looking. That's what I'm looking for. You know? All right, I went ahead and just did mascara and liner on my lashes, threw on some lippies. I was gonna do fake lashes, but after I applied the mascara, I was like, you know what? For this matte, like more simple look, but like somewhat like intense, it's pretty deep. I think that the mascara actually does just enough. But of course, if you want to throw on some pair of falsies, it'll really take it to the next level. But I like this look, maybe because my hair is styled the way it is and it just feels more like casual, simple, sultry, glammy, you know, grungy vibes. I don't know. But in case you want to know the deets, I did use the Exhibitionist mascara from CoverGirl. And then for liner, I used the Marc Jacobs Highliner in the shade Blacker. I love this liner. I just did it up in the upper waterline. I didn't do the base. So of course, if you want to do like a wing or anything, you can throw that on. Lots of options. And then on the actual waterline, you'll notice I'm much pinker because I use the LA Girl Shockwave lip liner. Yes, lip liner. This is technically not an eyeliner. However, it's like in their series. And I think it's just because of the pigment shade in there. They're not supposed to say for around the eye area, so use with caution, use with your own risk. But this is in the shade Pop, so love that, love these. And then for my lippies, I actually use the original Disney designer collection from Colourpop, and this is in the shade Ariel. I love this so much, so pretty. For lip liner, I used, and I was so happy to have found it, Where'd it go? Lost it again. The Milani lip liners. I had gotten this a few months ago and I had totally forgotten about it. And I literally last night was like, where's that lip liner? I love it. It's so creamy. It's so just, it's where it's at. Anyways, this is the Color Statement lip liner in the shade 03 Nude. So love those, love that. This is the entire look, all completed and all done. How you liking that? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Can you dig my vibe? All right, now let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. All right, next up we have this blue and gold bold type of look, little cut crease spotlight for you guys, and it's totally giving me like high school, you know, spirit colors type of vibes. Woo! So let's go ahead and get started. Of course, I've already primed and prepped my eyelids, as you guys already know. I'm gonna go right in with Merryweather, this blue shade right here, and my little tiny Luxie brush, the mini tapered 121. And I'm going to start blending out and building out this whole crease area situation. I want to use this little blending brush because I actually have quite a small eyelid space, even though on camera it probably doesn't look it, and the way I angle my eye and lift up my brows when I'm blending, but this little tiny brush just helps me get in a little bit more for this more detailed work where I don't want it to be full on blue up to my eyebrow. So that's why this little tiny brush comes in handy. Now I'm making sure I go little itty bitty tiny strokes again. For this look, I don't want it to be too high up on the blue. So just round it out and very gently blend. Now, because I already have this brush in my hand and I'm lazy like that or resourceful, I don't know. I'm gonna tip right into Merryweather with that same brush and I'm gonna do the lower lash line while we're here. And I'm just gonna leave a little space in the middle because I wanna bring down the kind of spotlight down there. And then connect it right on the corners, don't forget. Now I'm gonna go back in with my smaller Luxie Mini round brush, the 141. And it's kind of like a really tiny pencil brush, and just make sure that the color is dark enough right next to the lash line. That's good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do, where'd it go? Where did it go? Okay, I'm gonna pack on the blue Merryweather shade right onto the corners right here. Gently pressing it on, leaving a little space in the middle. For the inner corner, I'm going to do this little angled brush just to make sure I can get nice and pigmented in there and be able to snatch that area real good. Okay, there we go. Now I just need to make sure that this little area is blended right where I packed on the color and put the blue. So I'm just going to gently rock some color back and forth to make sure there's no harsh line, just kind of fine tuning. Now obviously you can now take any color that you want to do in the palette or whatever palette you have, but as you guys know, I'm going to be using Mrs. Potts, that gold shade. Ooh, I'm so excited to do that pairing. These were, blue and gold were my high school football colors, my mascot color, my high school colors. Why can't I say that? Anyways, blue and gold, and I'm just totally having that little high school throwback moment and gonna rock that. I think the colors together look so pretty in makeup. So let me go ahead and I'm gonna cut my crease a little bit with the Anastasia primer. So I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand. Boop. Wasn't everybody's, like, so many people had blue and gold as their color. It's like either blue and gold or black and red. There's only so many combinations that they just put in rotation. I'm gonna go in with my little tiny concealing brush, and this is from BH Cosmetics Rose Romance set. If you watch me, you know my favorite brushes probably. But anyways, I'm gonna be popping it right here in the center on both sides. I'm gonna hopefully take my finger, I don't know, with these nails. I'm gonna gently pat it out. I don't want it to be like crazy intense. I want it to be nice and blended. Now I'm gonna take my brush and just gently carve that out. It has a little more definition, just right on the top. Now I'm going to take a little bit more on my brush, a little more concealer, and I'm going to do it on the lower lash line. And then take my little pinky and tap it up. Now clean off my brush, same one, and I'm gonna hopefully be able to just use this without any kind of setting spray, but we will see in a moment. So I'm gonna take that Gold Mrs. Potts shade, pack it onto the brush, and I'm gonna put it right on top of all the concealer that we laid down. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. That'll do just fine. That is so pretty, that gold, you guys. It's so opaque and so pretty and so like actual gold, like metallic-y looking, not necessarily like glitter. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do the lower lash line. And then I'll have to go in and fine tune that area with the blue shade to make sure it's not too much. And then same thing up here. Make sure there's a little blend on the corners. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye really quickly. Be right back. All right, so now for the inner corner, I'm gonna go ahead and learn my lesson and actually spray my brush right off the bat. And I'm gonna go in with Mama Odie, which is a shifty kind of shimmery light shade. So it's kind of cool that they have the two colors in there, because Spinning Wheel and Mama Odie, you'd think they would be the same, but Spinning Wheel is what we used before, and that has like a reddish pinkish shifty, pink shifty, not red. And then this one is kind of like a greenish blue shifty, which is so cool. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever seen two duochrome shimmer light shades in a palette before, but I like that. So I'm gonna take it right into the inner corner, obviously. Maybe. Oh no, I don't know if I like that. I changed my mind. I changed my mind, but I'm gonna have to even it out. That's too green. Thought it would pick up more blue, but it did not. Apparently I don't remember when I used this last time. Okay, let me use something else. let me see going in with Frog and Wife. That's gonna be too green. That's too different. It looked way cooler when I did the Cinderella type of silver look. I think I'm gonna have to just go in with a white shimmer shade from a different palette, because that is too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really quickly, do my liner and lashes, all of that, and then show you the deets. I'll be right back. All right, so finished look is all done. Now to show you some specifications real quickly, on my waterline to help make that gold pop, I used also the LA Girl Shockwave liner. This one is technically an eyeliner this time. This one is in the shade Screamin', so I popped that right into the center there. And on the other side, I used more LA Girl liner. Their eyeliners are amazing and drugstore affordable, and I really like them. The colored ones especially are the bee's knees. This one is the Glide On Gel liner in the shade Royal Blue. And again, that just kind of helped bring it all together and help make it pop. For the inner corner, I ended up using from this Jeffree Star Platinum Ice palette. I used the shade Canary Bling, which is a yellowy highlighter. The white that I originally grabbed when I was first trying to put it together was like a little too white, so the little bit of a yellow goldeny highlighter kind of brought it all together, made it less weird. So I like that now. And then, oh, the lashes. The lashes are the Ilora Vegas Nays Brawn Beauty collab collection. I love these lashes. They are so nice. And I like that you can still see all the gold because they kind of soften on the edges. They're not too harsh. So yeah, this is the overall look all done. It is more poppin'. It's a little more bold, but of course you can always intermix different colors and you can kind of tone it down if you want to wear a blue with a different shade in there. Whatever you want to do, the world is yours. Now let's go ahead and move on to the last and final look. All right, for the last and final look for today's video, I'm gonna be doing this really pinky, pretty, just glitter blown out look, and I'm so excited. I just love this look. All right, so of course, primed my eyes, yada yada. Let's go in now with Damsel, which is this pinky nude tone right here. And I'm gonna take it on my Sigma blending brush, the E35, tap it off, and seriously, you guys, this whole video, I keep trying to use this as a mirror, and it's not a mirror. I know. I'm an idiot. I get it. Okay, so let me just go ahead and blend this right into the crease and up and out, just creating a little transition. This shade is so pretty. I could easily just do a nude look with this, maybe pop on some shimmer on the lid. That is so pretty. I know we're going kind of extreme today, but just saying, that's really nice. I like that a lot. And obviously, I like everything else in the palette so far. It's blending beautifully. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with New Dream, right there, New Dream, which Disney movie is that referencing specifically? Because I know there's like all kinds of dreamy stuff, but New Dream specifically, is that Hunchback of Notre Dame? I have to be completely honest with you guys. I haven't actually watched that one. I know, terrible. But yeah, specifically I want to know that because I pretty much know everything else, I think. Yeah. Okay, now I'm going to take that into the crease and I'm just going to blend into the crease and build up that pinky vibe that we're going to have going on. Okay, love that, so pretty. Now I'm gonna go in with the same shade New Dream and put it onto the outer corners only, just to wing it out a little bit. Guys, I am just so impressed with Colourpop shadows, like so unbelievably impressed. These have been amazing. So far, everything's been amazing. My first Colourpop eyeshadow palette was the original Princess one, and I was blown away at the price point and the quality like together. So, all right, now I'm gonna take my little carving out crease brush in case you want to know, in case I haven't said it 19 times already. It's worn off what the name of this is, but this is in the BH Cosmetics Rose Romance set, and it's about time I get a new set because I've had these for like 2 years now, and some of them are kind of falling apart a little bit, but I'm gonna just wear them down to the last drop. So I'm gonna create like a base shade to go underneath the glitter that I wanna do. And now again, just like the last video that I did where I used these pressed glitters that may or may not be okay for the eye area, you might wanna stop here after I do this one, or you might wanna follow along with me, you know, depends how crazy you're feeling. So I'm gonna just plop this right onto that crease area. Not needing to wet it or lay anything down, which is nice. All right, so that would be just a really pretty like sunsetty moment if you wanted to stop there, but I'm not stopping there. So like I said, by the way, that was the shade Jolly. I didn't mention that. Sorry. Now I'm gonna go in the shade Floating Lantern, which is referencing Tangled, and I'm gonna pop it on the same brush. I am going through these glitters a little bit faster, so this is my second time using this one. I think, yeah, second time using this one, and I did use some on my face and my daughter's face when we went to Disneyland, and it is going like I'm gonna hit pan pretty soon, so that's okay with me because whatever, it's not the same as shadows. It's more, yeah, it's kind of like, you know what's funny, we're all kind of given like Colourpop this, I would say, a pretty hard time about these, but I feel like the consistency is very similar to the Huda Beauty pressed glitters, which I know a lot of us use on our eyes anyways. I'm sure those probably say not specifically meant for the eye areas either, but we all do it. But I guess this one is a little bit chunkier than like, say, that pressed glitter in the Huda Nude Nude, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. But I've just been very careful applying it and removing it. I do have to use a makeup wipe on that area and just gently pull it away so I'm not washing and getting glitter in my eye. So, and you do kind of have to almost scoop it out of the pan. It's not scooping, but it's like a press, and let me get it on my phone. Let me show you. Like a press and scoop over. So I have some gathered up on there like that. There we go. Multi-angle action, that's what I'm all about. And I don't mind it looking a little bit more blown out. If you want it to be more precise, of course, take it and make it more precise or even carve out your crease with it, but I don't mind that blown out look for this round. And I just want to make sure it's very pressed down to prevent it from like falling off all onto my face and into my eyes. So work cautiously. Yeah, see, I like it all blown out. I think it looks really pretty. And because I have slightly hooded eyelids, you can kind of see it then. Otherwise, I mean, you almost can't see it, but when I go like this, you can see it a little bit better. All right, I'll do the other eye. I'll be right back. We are gonna do the lower lash line really quickly, and all I'm gonna do is a miniature version of what I did on my eye for the matte shade. So blending out first with Damsel and then deepening up with New Dream. Super simple. Now for the inner corner magic. So I'm gonna go in first to build up like a base for the glitter. I'm gonna go in with Spinning Wheel, which is what we did on the inner corner in the very first look today. It has that pink fire shifty shift. And I'm going to wet my brush this time. What am I thinking? Learn your lesson, Ashley, learn it. Okay, I'm gonna blow this out a little bit. Yeah. Here. And then I'm gonna take Royal Ball, which is the chunky white glitter, or stop here if you don't want to do the glitter, you know. And again, I want it to kind of be blown out, so I'm gonna put it right, tap it right over where we placed that. What I noticed with these two, because they have like thicker glitter chunks and like more of like a traditional fine glitter, if I press it down first, I'll get these little chunky pieces. And once that's pretty much off, then I can take all the way up and it's like the smaller pieces that are left behind. So that sounds like a Charmin commercial, but not as gross. You know what I mean though, like you can kind of hopefully see that. So that way I don't have the chunky pieces all the way up. It's more of like the soft glitter. So that's kind of cool. You can kind of finesse it to get the look that you're going for. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I'm gonna press all that on with the chunky chunks. And yeah, nothing's left. So now I'm gonna take it. And yeah, just the fine glitter's coming off now. Right into that upper corner. So pretty, yeah, bring it down even. Ooh. I hope you guys get as excited about all this glitter and stuff as I do, because I just love it. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner, lashes, lippies, and that will be it for this look. Be right back. All right, so finished look. I went ahead and did a little wing just to really bump up the drama, pump up the drama, bump up, whatever. And then for my lashes, I use the House of Lashes Mini Iconics because my eyes aren't that much eyelid area, even though it looks like it. The Mini Iconics are great for that if you have a smaller lid space like me, so check those out. And then for the bottom liner, I just used the Makeup Geek Nude Liner. This one I got in a set of a nude and a black at Target, so more affordable, love that. And then I don't love the black liner as much though, because it kind of smudges a little bit. But anyways, the nude one is perfect. And then of course I went in with the Marc Jacobs on the upper waterline like I've done every single time. For the liquid liner, by the way, I used the Colourpop liquid liner, the black one in Numero Uno, and I need to start using this again because it's pretty darn good. And for some reason I kept it in this set of all the color ones that I originally reviewed, and I hadn't taken it out. So I put it back in my whole liner bin that I use right here. And now I can easily take it out. So I need to do that. I need to start using those colors too, because I've been slacking. And then for lippies, I went ahead and did the NYX lip pencil in mauve with the Too Faced birthday suit from the Natural Nudes lipstick collection. And then on the center, I just popped in a little bit of the BH Cosmetics liquid linen in the shade Natalie. So that is the deets. Here's the final look all done up for you guys to check out and see as if you haven't been looking at it already, but super pinky, glittery, fun, festive, depending on what your festivities are, and I just love it so much. And I really hope that you guys can tell how dimensional this glitter is. It has all kinds of different reflects in there and it's so, so pretty. Oh, they got the purples and it's just gorgeous. I love it. I did do this look, by the way, when I went to Disneyland with my daughter a few days ago. We tried to go to Disneyland because we have passes and she was off of school, and I was like, let's just go for a little bit. And we wanted to spend the whole day there, and honestly, we only lasted a couple hours because it was so hot. It was 100 degrees at Disneyland and so busy. And there was like pumpkin stuff out and fall stuff everywhere, and it was very confusing for our brains. So we didn't last very long, but we tried. We gave it a good college try. Anyways, and I mentioned that I did this because I do want to say my one, I guess it's complaint with this palette. I shouldn't really say complaint because it's not specifically made for the eye area anyways, but a word of caution. These glitters on the eye area did crease on me that day at Disneyland, but I don't know if it was more of like the, you know, the heat and the squinting and the in and out and, you know, and like, you know, my eyes going like that caused the creasing. But I did do the glitter when I did my first look in the video last week where I did that Cinderella blue and silver look, and it creased a little tiny bit, but not until like the 8-hour wear mark. So it happened a lot faster at Disneyland when it was only like a few hours. Maybe it was already like 5 hours, but the 8-hour mark of that look that I did like the spotlight in the middle. I got a little tiny bit of creasing. I do have slightly hooded eyelids, so that can happen sometimes. But because of the consistency of this glitter, it was easy to just take my finger and just kind of gently pat and kind of move a little bit. So that way it like hid the fact that it creased a little bit there. So take that into consideration when you are using these glitters. I did want to mention that. So I will say I've used this palette to create about 5 or 6 different eye looks now, and I am just as in love with it as I was the moment that I laid my eyes on it, if not more, because the colors are so blendable, so buildable, just so beautiful. And I really, really like these pressed glitters in there so much. The shifty shades, the metallic shades, everything all around is just a knock out of the park. What is that? That's not even a saying, but you know what I mean. Just baseball reference. Knock it out. Home run, something. I don't know. It's a home run. And I love the details in there. I kind of wish that the princesses were on the outside just so I could see them a little bit more, but the outside packaging is beautiful. So if you've had your eye on this palette and you're wondering how the blendability and everything is, you saw for yourself. It is gorgeous. I just love it so much, and I can't wait to see what else Colourpop comes out with, hopefully with Disney in the future. I'm hoping another villains palette, but we will see. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching my 3 looks 1 palette video. I have a lot more to come in the near future because there are a ton of launches coming out, including holiday, including Jeffree Star, all of that fun stuff. So if you are new to my channel and you enjoyed the style of tutorial, you enjoyed my thoughts and opinions and a review and everything like that, I would love it if you would consider going down and hitting that little red subscribe button. That way you get notified when I post new videos, which is about 3 times a week, and I have so much fun creating for you guys. So thank you again so much for watching, and I hope that every single one of you out there, every single one of you, have a great, freaking awesome, wonderful, beautiful, dreamy day.